Hi everyone. Today in my video, I am going to talk about self-sabotage when it comes to dating and relationships. It's a big subject, but it's something I need to talk about because I see it all the time when people are dating and looking for love, looking for a relationship. It's a very unconscious behavior. But let's look at what it actually means. So let's look at the definition of sabotage. Sabotage means to destroy, to obstruct, or damage. It's usually referred to, you're doing that to an enemy. Say the military is sabotaging their enemy. When it comes to self-sabotage, you are doing that to yourself, which is freaking crazy. So you're causing your own damage, you're causing your own destruction, you're causing your own obstruction. And you'd have to question why anyone would do this. And the reason why it happens is you've probably been hurt in love before and it's been really painful. Or maybe you've experienced a lot of rejection, or you've seen your parents' marriage not work out and you don't believe and trust in love again. Or you've had some stuff happen to you as a child. You could have even had love trauma, really significant hurt when it comes to love and relationships. So your subconscious mind doesn't see love and relationships as safe. So there can be varying layers of sabotage that you'll do. But how our subconscious mind works is, between 80 and 90% of what you do is done automatically. You learn to do something and you keep doing it again. The other thing that your mind automatically does, if something's unsafe, it will protect you from that happening again, which is great. It's a very big survival instinct. So you've got what's called the amygdala in your brain, and it will alert you. For example, if I was to come across a snake, I would react to that snake before my conscious mind even goes, oh, there's a snake. It's in a snap instance, is on instinct, right? Or if it was a spider or something life-threatening, my amygdala is made to act like that way quicker than my conscious mind to keep me safe, which is great. If I'm going to be attacked by a lion, it's great if I'm going to be attacked by a snake. It's not always good sometimes when it comes to dating and relationships, because it will make generalizations. Maybe you've been hurt by a tall, dark, handsome man, so it might have a reaction to all tall, dark, handsome men, and you go, okay, all men are bad, that's not safe for me. So you stop dating, you try and date someone the other that's totally different, or alternatively, you may go into that relationship and sabotage it yourself because your subconscious mind goes, this isn't safe. So you have all of these self-destructive actions that will push the other person away. Now, the first step to changing that is to become aware of it, right? But awareness is, sometimes people get stuck in that awareness zone. They're so aware of their patterns and the way they sabotage that they end up doing more of it, because what we focus on, we tend to do more. So you have to be able to move beyond awareness to interrupt the pattern and have some strategies in place. Now, as a dating relationship coach, that's where I come in to help you do that, because I've worked with many people who just time and time again will self-sabotage. In the past, I've been stuck in those patterns myself, and it's about recognizing it, interrupting the pattern and getting out of it. And you're not always able to do that by yourself. I'm going to give you a very unrelated story so you can see how our brain will keep us safe. Now, in the year I turned 7, we caught a boat from England to Australia and we immigrated as 10-pound poms. That was pretty traumatic for me as a 7-year-old, being ripped away from everything I knew coming to Australia. When we got here, we went to Nalimba, which is in Bateman, and all the families would stay in these little rooms, apartments, until you found somewhere to go live. And my parents must have been stressed because they got to a new country, they thought they had jobs and they didn't. They had to find somewhere to live. They've got 2 kids who are, almost 7 and almost 10, I can imagine how hard that would be. Now, I have a memory of my mum used to sew my clothes, and she made me this really pretty dress and put the dress on me. And I reacted to the dress, and I kind of started to say, look, it's itchy, it's really uncomfortable. And my mum dismissed me. She was probably busy. She probably had bigger things on her mind than to worry about I was uncomfortable in the dress. And when she didn't listen to me, as kids do, I started to cry. And she got angry with me because it was inconvenient. And she still didn't listen to me. And I must have thrown a tantrum. But she still said, no, off we go. We were going to some function at Nalimba. Off you go. And, I was throwing a tantrum at the top of the stairs and I fell headfirst down the stairs. It's one of those memories that's etched in my brain. And I split my head open. I've got a scar on my forehead. There was blood everywhere. And, I remember my mum saying something to the former, well, that's what you get when you behave like that. So, fast forward, there were 2 things that happened from that incident, right? The first thing is I don't always feel like stairs are safe. My subconscious reacts to stairs even decades later. The other thing was not being able to trust my feelings. I told my mum the dress was uncomfortable. She dismissed me as wrong. I cried. I was still wrong. I really hate itchy, and it was that itchy scratchy, and as much as it was line, must have been where the seams were. It was so uncomfortable and my feelings were dismissed, and as a result I had extreme pain, like having to go get the stitches, being covered in blood, all of that stuck in my mind. And as kids we have lots of those incidents, don't we, where don't say how we feel, this is how it turns out. So you stop saying how you feel, you suppress it and you suck it up, right? So my subconscious mind probably doesn't like dresses that look like that, but no. My subconscious mind thinks stairs are risky. Now, decades later, I can safely navigate stairs, but I have moments where I have an instinctual reaction to stairs. It's really weird. I can jump out of planes and I'm not scared of heights, but I have this thing that happens to me which is protecting me from having that same level of pain anymore. I don't need that mechanism anymore because I know not to throw tantrum at the top of the stairs, and I know how to navigate the stairs even though I can be clumsy from time to time. So I tell you that story to say that's what happens when we sabotage around love. Something has hurt us and our subconscious mind reacts. We don't always need that reaction as we go on and we've healed, but it can be there. It can be there in the behaviours that maybe we push someone away to see if they're still going to accept us and still going to love us regardless. And I see it particularly happens for people that are looking for love the second time around, because they don't want to be in that same situation. So I want to ask you, do you have behaviours where you're sabotaging, where your unconscious mind is taking over? Its intention is to keep you safe, but it really is repeating those patterns that aren't working for you. And that's where a relationship coach can come in. That's where I can come in and help you, break that pattern once and for all. And it's way more than awareness. Anyway, that's enough from me. My name is Debbie Rivers. I'm a relationship coach. And I hope whatever you do today puts a smile on your face. Thank you.